Hello, and thanks for joining me at IT Homelab Online. In this video, we're going to install Kali Linux on a Raspberry Pi Zero 2W with a PiSugar3 battery. Just a disclaimer, make sure you only use this video for testing on your own networks or networks you have express permission to test. In most countries, it is illegal to access networks that you do not have permission to access. Kali Linux now has network monitor mode support for the onboard Broadcom Wi-Fi adapter, which makes the compact Raspberry Pi Zero 2W the ideal candidate. By adding the PiSugar3 battery, you can create a portable drop device that you can access remotely if you have an established Wi-Fi connection, like public Wi-Fi, or discreetly hotspot to your own mobile phone. Now, let's get started. For my setup, I'm going to use a Raspberry Pi Zero 2W, a PiSugar3 battery, a 32 gig microSD card, my Windows laptop to write my image. I'll include all the links below. First, we need to download the Raspberry Pi imager from the Raspberry Pi site. So just go to raspberrypi.com, click on software, and I'm going to download it for Windows as I'm using Windows. The next step we'll do is to download the Kali Linux ARM version. So just go to kali.org, go to the downloads right there on the front page, scroll down till you see the ARM section, click on there, and then choose the correct image that corresponds with your Pi. So I'm using the Raspberry Pi Zero 2W, so I'll download this file. Now I'll go back to my downloads. You can see my imager has completed, so I'll open that and install it. And I'll get it to launch. I'll pin it to my taskbar because I'm going to use that quite a bit in future. Okay, now we need to wait for the Kali Linux image to complete downloading. So that's going to take about 8 minutes, so I will pause the video and we can resume once it's downloaded. Okay, now that that's completed, go back to Raspberry Pi Imager. Select our device from here. So we're after a Raspberry Pi Zero 2W. We're going to choose a custom image. And we're going to choose the Kali Linux that we just downloaded. Choose our storage, which I'm using my 32 gig microSD card. Click Next. Now we're going to create a few settings here just to make it easier to access. So first of all, we're going to change the host name to Kali. We'll create a user and we'll just set that to Kali as well. We'll set the password to Kali. Now, I'm going to set this up to connect to my mobile phone as a hotspot and put the password in for that. Okay. Set your country. If you don't set your country, the Wi-Fi won't actually connect. You can set your time zone as well if you like, that's up to you. Now the other thing that we're going to do that's key is we're going to enable SSH. This means that we'll be able to remotely access our Pi once it connects to our, in my case, my hotspot, but you can set it up to your network. So we'll save those settings and we do want to customize this, so we'll say yes. Just a warning, everything on the card will be wiped, so we'll say yes to that. Cancel any sort of error messages and things that come up. That's initializing the card and trying to mount it on Windows. Now, as you can see, this is also going to take quite a while. So again, I will pause the video and I will come back once it's done. Okay, so that's finishing up now. While I was waiting, I attached my PiSugar3 to my Raspberry Pi Zero. So we will click OK on here and we will eject the SD card. Now it does automatically eject it from your system if you've got it set up to do so. So then you can just simply remove the card from the slot, insert it into your Pi, and then turn it on. Now to turn on the PiSugar, if you're using that, you need to do a short press of the button and then hold it. That caught me out at the very beginning. Okay, so mine's powered on now, just waiting for it to boot up. Now this will take a couple of minutes. It does a few things on the startup the very first time, like expanding the image out to use a full disk and that sort of thing. So please be patient, and while I'm waiting, I'm going to connect my laptop Wi-Fi to my hotspot that I'm using. So enter in my password here. Okay, now that's connected. See what my IP address is. Okay, so I've received an IP address of 172.20.10.3. I'm expecting the Pi will pick up. So I'm connecting as Carly to 172.1.20.10. I expect it'll be at 4. The DHCP on the phones tends to give it out in order. So we'll try that. And again, my LED on my Pi is still flickering, so it's still going through making its changes. Looks like it's not quite ready yet. Still flickering away. Okay, so I'll answer yes to this, put in the password that I set to Carly. Okay, so now we're connected. So once we've done that, what we're going to do is we'll do a sudo apt update just to update our software catalog. Try that again. My LED is still flickering quite a bit, so it's obviously still working. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to install a cool tool called Wi-Fi. Install. I put in a -y so I don't get prompted. And there's a couple of dependencies for what I want to do with it. So I'm also going to install the HCX tools and also the HCX dump tool. And hit enter. So Wi-Fi's already showing that it's the latest version, which is good. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to expand the RockU word list. So okay. Oops. I need to use sudo to do that. Okay, so now we're going to run the command sudo or superuser do Wi-Fi, specify the dictionary, and we're going to use the RockU dictionary. Now this will start looking for our available access points. I can see the one that I'm looking for is there, so I'll do a Control C to stop it from scanning. Now I'm going to select number 2. Now this will run a couple of tests. I don't want to run this first one, so I'll break that. And then I'll continue on to the next one. This is the one that I want to capture. Now what this will do is this will wait for a device to attempt to connect, or it will also attempt to deauthorize an existing device in order to capture a handshake. And there it is, it's captured that handshake. So now it'll start running through the RockU word list. And you can see it's already picked it up. So the password that I had set is chocolate, that you can see right there. So the scan was successful. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you want to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and see the links below for all of the details. Thank you.